Hello, this is Marcus here from Moron Associates, and today we're going to do a teardown of the ID.3 mirror. That's right, the Volkswagen ID.3 here at Moron Associates. So before we do that, let's look at our multi-million-dollar workshop that we have built just for these teardowns. There it is, the ID.3 in our specially built workshop here, as you can see. Now this perfectly clean workshop is great to do teardowns of any electric vehicle. So we've got Bob, one of our chief engineers, to take apart one of the wing mirrors on the ID.3. Now Bob used to work for the Portuguese car company, but in fact he was a failed engineer, so we thought he'd be a perfect fit for us here at Morons. What tools did Bob use to do the teardown of the ID.3 wing mirror? I will show you here this specialised tool. Here it is, Bob's specialised tool. He doesn't go anywhere without it, and he doesn't do teardowns without it. This tool, called a hammer, has a part here, easy for taking off those plastic parts, and a part here, when it gets tough, you just bang it, and you can do the teardown like that. So Bob's a real expert with this highly specialised tool, and he's trained to use it. I'm going to be honest with you here, folks, and I'm very disappointed in Volkswagen with the ID.3 because the last teardown of a wing mirror I did was in the Tesla Model 3. That was the best engineered wing mirror I have ever seen in my whole life. It was just astonishing. The gaps in it were less than 2.5 centimeters. For those of you who are not metro sized, that is less than 1 inch. I've never seen something so highly engineered in my life. And to be honest, I don't know what the folks at Volkswagen are doing, but there's many bad things in the way they design their wing mirrors, and there's 1 or 2 good things, that's all. But I'm being honest with you here. Tesla is far superior. So let's have a look, shall we? So this is how your standard ID.3 mirror looks. You see it's got a light here for indicating. It's got this big chunky thing here, not quite sure what that's for. And it's got this horrible glass mirror here, and it's got a little light there which will show the driver that it's indicating. Now for some unknown reason to add weight, they added another mirror on the passenger side. Now there's no reason whatsoever to have a wing mirror on the passenger side because the passenger isn't driving the car, so they don't need to see out the back. But obviously the driver does, so put it on the driver's side is a good thing. On the passenger side, a complete waste of materials. I reckon that this alone cost around €500. If you just take this off, you're saving €500 and you're cutting down the weight of the car as well. Anyway, let's see how Bob, our chief engineer, has taken apart this wing mirror. Here we go. What we're seeing here is the first bad thing in the wing mirror. As you can see, it's been smashed because it's used glass. Now glass is bad, it's heavy, and we definitely wouldn't recommend using glass in a mirror here at Moron Associates. We have invented a material that's much better, and you can pick it up off the shelf anywhere. And this material is called tin foil. I'm going to demonstrate the qualities of tin foil to you in a minute. Some people call it aluminium foil, and people who can't speak English call it aluminium foil. So here we have it, tin foil. How does it work? It comes on a roll, look at that. So you can easily get it from the roll. It even comes with a specialised tool here, a ragged edge, where you can cut it down to precise size that you want. Another advantage with aluminium tin foil, it's that it's very light, much lighter than glass. And it's an excellent replacement for a mirror. Just look how reflected it is. Look, I can see my hand in the reflection. It's just perfect. And if you use a bit of spit and polish, you can really polish it down to be an absolutely 100% perfect material. I'm sure this is the kind of mirror material they use in things such as the Hubble Space Telescope. So at this Moron's workshop, we tested glass against this highly specialised tool, the hammer. And as you saw, clearly, it smashed the glass. Glass is heavy, expensive, and it smashes easily. Now with this new material, Bob invented called tin foil. That doesn't happen. We're going to do a live demonstration now. Please don't do this at home. We have placed a bit of tin foil carefully on this wood. As you can see, it's got amazing reflection qualities. And now we're going to hammer it. Hammer it hard here. This is equivalent to 5,000 tons going down onto the tin foil. Look at that. Look at that. There's no smash, no crack, no nothing. This material is perfect. What are the imbecile engineers at Volkswagen thinking of using glass mirrors and not this tin foil? Unbelievable. So, just look at that. No holes, no cracks. Amazing material. So what we need to test this material against next is fire resistance. It's very important for us to know that this material is fire resistant. So just imagine if some half-wit anti-vaxxer tries to set fire to your wing mirrors, you need to know that they're protected. So that's why we're going to test this against heat resistance. Let's go to our specially built heat resistant test laboratory. Here we are. That's it. It's called the flame. So this flame is a candle that's in the shape of a fruit pie. Now that flame you're seeing there has the same temperature as the sun. So we're going to carefully put tin foil over the flame and see if it catches fire. Look at that, tin foil's in the flame. Is it catching fire? Is it catching fire? Is it heat resistant? Is it heat resistant? Let's check. The flame is there. We've been holding it now for a very long time over the flame. Let's have a look. You see absolutely no damage whatsoever. The tin foil on this side, this amazing material shows no sign of fire damage. Here it's gone a bit black, but it didn't catch fire. So this material, not only is it lightweight, not only does it have amazing reflection properties, not only does it not crack and break like glass, but also it is highly resistant to the most extreme temperature conditions. So there it is, aluminium tin foil. Why didn't the Volkswagen engineers just go to Lidl or Aldi and buy some? Surely there must be Lidls and Aldis next to the German engineering shops. I mean, it's just a complete and utter no-brainer. So Bob, our failed engineer, fitted this tin foil to the mirror, and just look how good it looks. Just look how perfect it looks now on the ID.3. Just look, he's got the edges perfect. Absolutely spot on. So when I went to Communist China a couple of years ago to work for the Lucky Pig car company, now these guys really know what they're doing. They're making an EV and they wanted my help and experience. And I kept telling them it's really important to lose weight, to lose those grams of weight. So I was really happy helping these happy Chinese chappies make their EVs lighter so that they're more efficient, and really help them to move jobs from Detroit to Wuhan. Just going on that, before we move on to the rest of the wing mirror, I wanted to show you something. So I keep telling car companies how important it is not to use nails in your EV. Now look at the weight of this. These are the nails I have pulled out of the ID.3, and all of these alone all came from the tyres. I mean, it's unbelievable what they keep using nails like this. Absolutely unbelievable. It's just weight, it's not needed, and there's much better ways of attaching things in an electric vehicle. And this is where I'm going to show you where they've made a big mistake with the wing mirror of the ID.3. At Morons, this just wouldn't be acceptable. So let's have a look in here. Let's have a look in here. Can you see that there? A screw. One screw there. Another screw there. That's at least 2 screws that are completely and absolutely unnecessary. Now, what do we recommend here at Morons? At Morons, we recommend this glue stick. Now, this one is called Prick, but there are other brands available. So basically, you put this here instead of the screws. Much lighter, much stronger, it gives you no problems whatsoever, and this you can pick it up in most good paper shops. and it's cheap. Now let's look a bit closer at this mirror, and there's something good they've used here. Look at that. They've used a plastic tie tag. Now, we invented these about 20 something years ago. We told the whole car industry they must be using these cheap plastic tie tags, and as you can see, the cables coming into the mirror here are actually being tied up using this tie tag. So there's a very good thing here that Volkswagen have done. The only good thing they've done, in fact. Now here we see these wires going to the indicator, and we've got wires there going into the mirror. Now we think they've got too many wires coming in here. So if this was a Tesla, how would Tesla do it? Well, Tesla would have a supercomputer inside the car. Everything would be linked via wireless Morse code. You could get away with all the wires using wireless Morse code, but obviously these guys are not using Morse code and they're spending too much money on wires. So obviously this is a bad thing. Now, look at this piece here. This is from the Volkswagen parts bin. Okay, what does this piece do? This piece covers this here. This is completely unnecessary. This is bad for aerodynamics. All it does is increases the weight of the vehicle. Here without it, you just see how much more aesthetically pleasing the wing mirror now is. But you don't believe me, this is from the Volkswagen parts bin. I keep telling you, companies like Volkswagen, they're not like Tesla. They've got a huge parts bin, and in that bin they just find lots of rubbish like this plastic cover. Now I can prove to you it's from the Volkswagen part bin. So if you can see that there, it actually says Volkswagen Golf A8. Now this isn't a Golf, it's an ID.3, so this is obviously from probably Mark 1 Golf, I would say, from their parts bin. Completely useless. If Volkswagen didn't have a parts bin, they would be designing much better wing mirrors, just like Tesla. So, here at Morons, we have shown you where Volkswagen has gone wrong with the wing mirror. They use glass, it's too heavy. Aluminium tinfoil is cheaper, much better material. They use wires. Wires are a bad thing because they should have done what Tesla would have done, and Tesla would have used wireless Morse code instead of all those heavy, unnecessary wires. And finally, they had a plastic part that was ugly from the parts bin of the Golf Mark 1. But we're not going to stop there, because I had somebody from Volkswagen contacting me. He is one of their top engineers. He is called Hans Damp in Allengassen. Now this top engineer, Hans Damp in Allengassen, talked to us about the frunk, because if you don't know, the ID.3 doesn't have a frunk. It just has all this ugly unnecessary parts here, no frunk. So he told us that all the engineers really wanted a frunk, and they wanted to make the car 1 meter longer to accommodate a frunk. You know, so it was a big frunk, it was bigger than a Tesla frunk, you could put everything in it. The car only had to be extended 1 meter out at the front. But unfortunately, the imbecile managers at Volkswagen wouldn't allow them to do it. It's a big failing for managers here at Volkswagen. Start listening to your engineers. Your engineers know what they are doing. For those people who don't understand metrics, 1 meter extension is only around 3 feet. Here at Moron Associates, we're having a fund. Yes, we're putting a fund together so that we can buy a Tesla Plaid. The Tesla Plaid Fund. So, if you want to support us, if you want to help us buy a Tesla Plaid, please look at the Twitter link below. Send us a private message here at Moron Associates, and if you give us a Plaid or help us buy a Plaid, we will get the Tesla Plaid, and Bob, our failed engineer, will take apart the wing mirror, and we can do a full detailed report of the Tesla Model Plaid wing mirror. So please, can somebody out there send us a free Tesla Model Plaid? And if you do that, we're actually going to send you a signed copy from Marcus of this amazing flag. Thank you for watching this teardown at Morons Associates. We're looking forward to getting the Plaid with the help of your donations, and we expect to do more teardowns. In one of the videos we did a teardown of the Tesla's suspension. Best suspension we've ever seen. Here's a photo of a 1 week old Tesla, and we may do the same suspension teardown of the ID.3, so look forward to that. Don't forget to click subscribe. God bless Portugal, and don't forget to tip those delivery boys and girls who bring you donuts and burgers and Coca-Cola, etc. Thank you.